This video may be a trigger warning to some. It's about sexual assault of college student in South Florida, Miya Marcano, who was assaulted by the prime suspect, her maintenance man, where she lived. And he later committed suicide. So if this may be a trigger for you, and I just want to put that out there in the beginning of this video, because sexual assault is trigger worthy. Hey everybody, it is Kendall Anise, the Remix Coach. I'm compelled to have this conversation with you as it needs to be had. I want to talk about women and protecting women and some of the things that women go through when men advance her, right? Or make advances at her, or catcalls, or trying to pursue her, and a woman is not interested. The problem with that is, if a woman is not interested in a man, and a man's ego can't take it, then sometimes he results in calling her a B, or calling her a hoe, or calling her some type of name in a derogatory manner or a insult. I want to talk about, so it's very tricky, and these things have been going on for years. When I was young, why you walking around? Why don't you smile? Or hey, or you're expected to respond. And you have to respond. As a woman, we have to respond. If we don't, that might be our death. And I'm not saying that to be funny or taking it light. If we don't accept a hello and hello back, right? Or if we don't say, you good? How you doing? I'm doing fine. No, thank you. I have a man. Something. If you don't say something, or if you just look and be like, that's going to be a problem. And that could be the death of you. If you blow it off and don't acknowledge them, and their ego can't take it, or their being, their manhood can't take it, then a woman may be harmed. Now, no other, and I'm telling you why I'm sighing in a moment, but it's a problem that women have to respond. We have to make sure we're dressed in a certain way. We have to make sure that nothing is hanging out, nothing is showing. No, you can't be free to just be who you are. Now, I want to give my condolences to Miya Marcano. If you don't know who Miya Marcano is, I'm sorry, I was holding it. I don't have my tripod because this was spontaneous. So if you don't know who Miya Marcano is, she is the young lady that was missing. And I believe she was in New York. I think Brooklyn. Don't just listen to the story and don't worry about where she was, because that's not the importance. And this was random, but I think she was in New York. She was missing. Everybody was looking for her on social media. People were reposting it, trying to find her. Her family was, as you probably can imagine, at wit's end. So they talked about the maintenance guy making advances at her, and she was saying, no, I'm not interested. However, she was responding she wasn't interested, and she made it clear. Well, being the maintenance man at her house, now this is scary for all women. This is scary. Being the maintenance man at her house, he used the master key to go into her apartment to sexually assault her and then later kill her because he wanted this woman, and he could not accept the fact that she was not interested. So even if a woman says, no, thank you, I'm not interested, in the most beautiful domicile way, it still sometimes is not good enough. So this is the thing. We can't say we're not interested, right? Because no, let me change that. We can't say nothing. Because if we say nothing, then we're a target of verbal and possible physical abuse, right? So then when we say, hi, no thank you, I have a boyfriend, a husband, or I'm not interested in you, then that can be an issue too, because that can be a blow to the ego and they can feel rejected. Now, everybody's past, we don't know. We don't know if that was the last one, that if one more person says no to me, we don't know what happens in the boil up and the build up prior to that. We don't know. But what we do know is this young lady is dead. And what we do know, this happens more than not. And what we do know, she was a woman of color. She was Latinx. I'm not sure where she was from originally, or her people, but she was a woman of color. And this happens to women across the board. So I have to talk to my daughters about this. I have to say, well, if somebody says something, don't say nothing, because then if you say nothing, then you're at risk. But don't say too much to have them think that you're interested in them. So you have to try to find a line where you have to be pleasant, even if you don't want to. You have to be courteous, even if you don't want to. You have to say, thank you, no thank you. And then sometimes, most of the time, a lot of the times, they say, no problem, sis, go on about your day. I just want to tell you look nice, or thank you. So it's not all guys, but there are some guys with that trigger. And if you do not oblige them, then this young lady, like her, you might lose your life. And that's scary for women. You know, we talk about the Me Too movement, and sadly, the Me Too movement is a movement now, but women have been getting catcalled, touched, spoken to inappropriately, treated in these ways that are not okay for years. Things being said that we're supposed to. How many times, ladies, and think about this, how many times has a man said something to you, right? And you just like, whatever, and you brush it off. You don't address it, you don't acknowledge it, you just brush it off like he's a creep or he's this. How many times have we done that? A million times. In any industry you're in, like saying little things. I remember things have happened to me and I brushed it off as like, ugh. And this is with all shades of men, all nationalities of men. A lot of men are pigs in that way, or they don't even think, they just say. And whether it's about your butt, whether it's about your legs, whether it's about your face, whatever, and it's unwanted, but they do it. And I had to think back. I was like, it's happened to me quite a few times, and I've never even said nothing. Whether like, oh, I want my coffee the color of Kendall's legs, or oh, I want my this of that mocha latte. Oh, the way you just, it can go on and on and on, and it's been ignored. So the Me Too movement is out now, and a lot of men, you hear men say, you know what, I don't want to be Me Too. Then you need to watch what you say. You need to watch what you say, and you need to watch what you do. And people should have a right to say no. No, I'm not interested. Or no thank you, or have a good day. You don't go into somebody's apartment just because you can, and you rape her, sexually assault her in some type of way, and you kill her, and her family is looking for her. And you do this, and then y'all know what he did. After he did that, guess what he did? Like a lot of cowards do. He killed himself. Now, he killed himself, I don't know why. Because he realized he was wrong, he realized he killed her, he realized he did something and it went too far, or he didn't want to go to jail. Whatever reason, she's not here because she wasn't interested. And a lot of people use their power and use what they have over someone, or, you know, a maintenance guy. How many women live in apartments alone? And you have a maintenance guy, or you have somebody. How many? And you just go in and you just do that. I have these private conversations a lot, and I don't always bring them to YouTube. But my page is about education, elevation, and entertainment. And this is education. And I usually keep it positive, keep it light, and I'm still doing that now. But I had to say something. I had to. So if I have men watching right now, I just want you to be mindful on how you treat women and mindful on how you take rejection. And know that it's not maybe rejecting you or not. It could possibly be. It could be that they're not interested. And no explanation is needed if they're not interested. You don't have to degrade her. You don't have to call her names. You don't have to hunt her down. You don't have to make her your prey. You know, there's someone else that might accept your advances. But if that woman doesn't, then leave her alone. And this is for the mothers of the sons. Please teach your sons that. And this is for the men. You know, I love men, you know, especially black men, you know, but this is not okay. This is not okay. Her family now lost her. She was a beautiful young woman. Because he wanted her and couldn't have her, he killed her. It's not okay. It's not okay. That hurts my heart because we know about her, but there's so many. It's not okay. And I'm sorry, I just want to clarify, she wasn't in New York. She was in South Florida. Miya Marcano.